Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Mrs. D's classroom. I'm Mrs. D, and I thank you for stopping by to check out this video about my Squarespace website. All right, my friends, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, hit your notification button if you would, and share this video with anyone that you think might be interested in it. My toddler's screaming in the background right now. I'm not, so like if I seem a little unfocused, it's that is sometimes I can keep composure through things like that, and other times it's really hard. Even though I have a lot of practice doing that during my classes. But anyways, so first of all, let me just show you. I have been using Squarespace for my personal website since I launched my organization on Outschool because Outschool requires you to have a website. I tried to submit without a website and they were like, nope, you need a website, which is interesting because you're not supposed to take anybody off the platform and you would have your organization name like Stonebridge's Academy listed on all your classes. It's your organization name on Outschool, and then they want you to have your own website. So that's interesting. But anyway, so that's why I created my website. I used Squarespace to create my website because we were using Squarespace for a ministry website that we had and also my husband's business. And it was very user friendly to use, simple to put up, and very professional looking. So that's what I did. Now, I don't know if this is to my detriment or not, but I don't put together like really kiddie looking websites. My websites tend to be a little bit more on the serious professional side, and they don't have those bright pops of color and neons and things like that that you would see on like super kid friendly websites. But that's okay because, kids aren't usually searching for their stuff. It's usually parents. So hopefully, it's still gonna work out well for me. All right, so let's take a look at my website. First, I'm going to show you the website, and then I'm going to show you what I've done from the back end for creating courses on the website. And that's a relatively new feature for Squarespace. I hadn't actually updated my website in a long time, in like a few months. Like the only thing I was doing was listing material for the teachers to be using on there. And then when I was looking around, when I started thinking about this independent push that I've been working on lately, I saw that they offer a spot for courses. Like they've always offered product and ways to sell products and collect payments through that. But then they had this courses thing. And so I've been using that and I was so happy to see it. It came like just in the right time. And then also the scheduling app we pay for extra for the scheduling app, but it looks like it's going to be really worth it. So far, I have 3 different calendars set up for 3 different teachers where they have their own calendar that connects to their classes, and it's coming along fairly well. All right, so this is Squarespace, stonebridgesacademy.org. So you are welcome to check this out in your own time. Let me just double check to make sure I am sharing properly. OBS is my go-to. I love OBS. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now I have a really big screen, so it's gonna look a little bit different on your screen. Like if I were to go like this, you can see how, that menu bar kind of collapses. But anyway, sorry about that. This is our homepage, and it links to clicking to browsing classes, and it's pretty short and sweet. I have seen some pages that just go on forever, like their home pages goes on and on and on and on and on. And honestly, I don't like that. I stop scrolling. So I imagine there's other people out there that would stop scrolling as well. So I try to target the larger crowd. So there are people that would keep scrolling, but there are people that wouldn't. And so I'm going to keep everybody by not scrolling all the way, having a super long scroll. Okay, and then when I have this browse classes, that's going to take me straight to my scheduling appointment, my scheduling calendar, where I have these set up in different the curriculum like math, ELA, writing courses, and then these writing courses are going to be like a course, whereas the other ones are weekly. They will meet weekly, but the writing courses will meet for, say, 4 weeks, or they're going to be a camp. Okay. So I might actually change this to camps. And then when you select that, they can see what we have available there, booking it. They look to see what's available for the time slots. So it's very simple for our clients, for our families. And then for the classes, this actually is the yeah, okay, there it goes. I was like, hey, wait a second, did something go wrong here? But that also brings them to that scheduling page. So class schedule, that's where they can see what we have available right now. And then we have these drop down menus for each course that we're offering right now: writing, reading, math, ELA, and reading and math. And that's what we have right now. So I've been working on getting these set up. So let's take a look at what that looks like. You can't click to see like all of them, but you click to go to the class. And I'm going to show you how I made this set up so that they don't actually have to pay for anything. It actually takes them to the scheduling. Okay. But anyway, so I've got a page on here. I actually have to change this to look more like this one. Actually, and that one's cut off too. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I'm on such a small screen. Yeah. So a large screen. So a smaller screen, I can see my logo. Large screen, not so much. So I don't want to put it right in the middle because I think that wouldn't look good. So I'm okay with it like this. It's not the greatest, but anyways. So the front page tells them about the class and tells them what the ages it is and about the class. And then Squarespace, you can continue to list things on here. I did this one at first, but I have no longer been listing this just because it's extra work finding all the pictures and labeling each one, like coming up with a little thing underneath it. I just feel like that's redundant. And this is the only way that you can set up a course. So you have to have like this first lesson, and you have to go to start course. I've looked for a way to change the start course button to like more information or anything other than start course, and there isn't right now a ability to edit the button here. So you're stuck with the start course, and you have to have this front page as well. So actually there may be a way to add something to it. I'll have to play with it a little bit more and update this video. Thinking that maybe what I could do is add instead of the start course button, join a class, maybe. But I wonder if that might be confusing. If you guys have any thoughts about that, if you're familiar with Squarespace, maybe leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you think it would be confusing to have a join class button and a start course button. But anyway, the start course button goes to another page where if I have a video for the class, I'm putting that up, and you can link a YouTube video so you're not taking up all of your space on your server, because Squarespace only allows you to have, what is it, 30 minutes of video time hosted on your server. So first I upload the video to YouTube, and then I put the YouTube link in. And so instead of hosting it on the site, this particular one is hosted on the site, but most of them are not. And then I just put a little blurb in here, like this is the goals of the class, and then had the structure of the class, and then this join class button. So the join class button brings them to the schedule, the calendar scheduling. And so each class is, pretty much like that. Second grade spelling is the last one I put up here, so it's a little bit more streamlined than the others. It tells what they're going to be studying in this bottom part here, and then start the course. Just a little way, blurb about how the class is run with the picture, and then join the class. Again, this is on a huge screen, So it looks different. It doesn't even look that good because my screen is so big. But, like maybe on a normal screen, it might look like this. It's still a little bit big, I think. Yeah, that might be a little bit more normal. I don't know. That's still like really big. If you think you have a 17-inch screen, that's going to be maybe like that. So keep that in mind when you're designing. It's going to look different on different screens. So like I said, this looks horrible, but not a lot of people have this big of a screen. So, okay, so let's take a look at self-directed courses. It has the same kind of drop-down menu. Now I've tried to put a drop-down menu within the drop-down menu and it's not possible to do that. So you're stuck with having a main category and everything dropping down from there. Like I can't do writing and then the different kinds of writing I offer with drop-down menus. It's only one drop-down menu inside of a header for your menu. So then let's take a look at the Amazon Rainforest one is the one that I've been working on the most. And it's like like a regular self-paced, flexible, asynchronous class, whatever you want to call it. So here's what the landing page for that looks like. And it just gives a blurb about what's going to be going on in this 10-week course. It's not 10 weeks, it's 10 like 10 units. And so the units are listed right here and you can see that these are locked. They are locked until you pay for it. Okay. So that when they click that, it will bring them to this sign up page. And so all of the units are listed out right here with like their headers and a little blurb on what they will be doing. So that's a good way to kind of showcase what your course is going to be about. The toddler is now playing in the bathroom, so I have to listen for that. And then when we do the learn more, it brings you to the sign up page, and I'll show you what that's going to look like from the back end. So then when they sign up for it, it's a one-time fee, and then they get lifetime access to all of the course material, which will then be unlocked for them, and they can complete and continue and complete and continue. This is what now I have some that are more like this is like they're kind of buying the material. So I have a Greek Gods web quest. So when they pay for this one, they are accessing the web quest and the material that goes along with that. But it's only like a one-time thing, and then they have it, so they can work on it in their own time. So it is a self-paced course, but like a one-time purchase, and it doesn't drip out the content or you complete this unit and then you move on to the next unit. It's not like that. So the set up a little bit different. And the escape rooms are set up that way as well. So I wanted to show you that. It's just this one thing where you has a little blurb right here. And then the learn more gives them the sign up fee. And then when they sign up, there's a video there that explains how to do the web quest and how the material, like the materials released underneath it. Like when you saw this class right here, you have the start course button, and then this one doesn't have a video. Sorry. But this one did have a video. So when they start the course, they pay for it, then they get to go access the start course. Then there's a video right here that explains how this course works. And then down underneath here, there's the lesson 1, and lesson 1 releases the material that they need. So there's like two Google Slide things that they get copies of, and they get the web address. And so then they work through it in their own time, like following the instructions. So there's another possible way. If you have like this one-time thing that you can release, that's another possible way of doing that. Okay, and for the sake of time, and your sanity, sitting here listening to me babble on and on, let me just close my Crisp app. Let's go ahead to the back end and I'll show you how some of this stuff has been set up. Okay, so these are your drop-down collapsible menus, and when you do that, you have to add it here. Here, this drop down. Look, and I'll show you, like, here's my new drop down, and I'll just click off it. We don't really necessarily need to name it, and I cannot. Whoops, I clicked it instead of trying to move it. Let me just go back. So here's the drop down, and I cannot, if you see, like, I cannot, it'll make a new drop down menu here between them. You see it right there, but I cannot put it like in there, which is unfortunate. Maybe they'll change that, maybe they won't. So let me delete that, get that out of here. Okay, so this is the drop-down menu for the writing classes. This is what it looks like on the back end. Let's go to the formal paragraph class so I can show you how that was set up. Here is that overview page, and you just edit this as normal. And then you can click start course, but it will go to the course content. This is the course content right here. And then let me show you how to put your YouTube video in. You would
Thank
click
you
here, right?
for
And edit the video, because there's a background video already when you create a course. And then what you would do is say replace it and add from a link. And you can only do YouTube or Vimeo. I haven't tried other stuff, a lot of other stuff. So you can, play with that and see if you can get, I don't think you can get Google Drive videos linked in here, but I mean, give it a try. I haven't tried because I've just been putting them on my YouTube channel and then uploading them here through this link. Okay. So that's the best way to add your video. Host it on YouTube, make it unlisted, and then share the link for it here. Okay. And then this part right here is pretty self-explanatory. This is an automatic like PDF button. So you'll just edit that and put your link to the, like, this goes to my calendar, right? To the Acuity calendar. That's the app that I pay for. So it just goes to that calendar, and it opens in a new link. Always make sure your stuff opens in a new link, just because you don't want people to be especially if it goes to another website, because you don't want people to be navigating away from your website. Try to remember that. It's a top tip I learned when I was first starting to do websites. Okay, so that is how the regular classes are set up. And let me show you really quickly how to just add a course, right? Okay, so it's in this main navigation page and it's right here, course. Okay, so then you just add a new course. You pick the one that you want. I've been using this flat one because then I can get my logo to show up. Here's what that looks like. Okay, and then when you click that, you have to, the biggest thing that you want to do is do not put a pricing plan on the course page if you're trying to get them to schedule with the Acuity scheduler, unless you want them to schedule after they purchase, which might not work out because you might not be available. You guys might not have a time that works out. So if you're not using an Acuity calendar, you may want to put a pricing plan on here so that it will still show the course information right here. And then when they click that start course, it'll go to what you saw in the self-paced courses where they have to pay a fee. And it can be a subscription, it can be the full amount, it could be a weekly payment. It's whatever you decide you want them to do. And I'll break that stuff down in another video. I'm just trying to get like the nuts and bolts of how to put courses up on here. But if you put a pricing plan on here, it will give you a paywall, and there's no way for them to go, because you cannot edit the start course button. There's no way for them to go to your calendar from this page, from this landing page. They'll click start course and it will give them the price wall. And so that's why my landing page for each class goes to this landing page, and then it goes to the next page where they can join the class, because you can have the editable button there. So like I said before, hopefully Squarespace will change that, allow you to edit the start course button so that it's not, you don't have to send them to two different pages in order for them to even get to the scheduling part of it. But that's my workaround for now until Squarespace does something about that. All right, so that, and then you name these, what you add your lessons through here, and this is the same for whether you're doing a live class or the self-directed, asynchronous, self-paced, whatever you want to call them, flex classes. You just edit these buttons, okay, in your lesson settings, and then when you click them, it goes into that lesson, and then you edit the lesson, put your material up in here. I did want to show you, let me delete this course so that, because it's live on my website right now. How do I delete it? Here, delete page, delete that, go away. Okay, I wanted to show you how the self-paced courses, this web quest was set up so that you can see, because it's behind that paywall, right? So here is the landing page, and then when you click take the course, it says retake because I've already clicked this button, but when you click to start course, it brought us to that payment page. This is what the course actually looks like. And so you edit your video, you can edit your video in two places here. Yeah, you can do it here, and you like same thing. You can add it from the link or select it from your library or upload a file. Remember, 30 minutes is the max, and then you have to start paying Squarespace for videos. So I highly recommend using the YouTube link. And then the publish and what date you want it to publish, or to list that you published it. Okay, and then a little blurb here about it. So you set this part up, and then you go into this page and you edit it. You can also edit the video from here, I believe, when you click edit. Yeah, and then you can click the edit video from this part as well. I'm going to exit that so I can show you when they pay for it, they then get access to this video, and they also get access to here's some more information about the course, and this is the start the web quest. Okay, so then they get the information. Now, my web quest is set up so that they actually get the Google Slides right from the the page. Like right here is where they get their Google Slides to do their work. So I don't necessarily need another one. I'll show you a different one where I've created that. So that everything that they need is in the web quest in that one video. Okay, so let's take a look at one of the escape rooms. Um, because some of you might have escape rooms that you can release the same way if you're using Squarespace. So this is what the landing page looks like. When they click retake course, it brings them, or not retake, but start course, it brings them to the payment page, okay? But here in the back end, we can take a look at the course content, what the next page would look like when they paid for it, what it would look like when they paid for it. So then it releases this, which is the video of instruction right here. And then this is a little bit more blurb stuff about it. And then we begin the escape room. When we begin the escape room, this particular escape room is totally on this Google Slides presentation. So it releases the Google Slides presentation for them to then go ahead and do the escape room. And all of them are set up the same way, because if you needed to release more information or for more things, you can either put another lesson in there or just create more buttons like that would say access PDF here, or access Google Slides here, or whatever material you have. You can just create buttons to have those materials open. Always make copies of your materials. I don't have them make copies of the the escape rooms, just because that's not necessary. But if you're having them do editable work, or you want them to have a screen like a presentation, you may want to consider having them make copies, especially if they need to be doing work that's editing on the Google Slides. You don't want anybody editing your own. And I have a video on how to do that, so take a look at it. All right. So anyways, I think that's all that we really need to go over for the nuts and bolts of how to set up these specific courses and classes. So it's create that drop down menu. Then under the drop down menu, you create your specific classes. If you're only doing like I mean, I would still probably do it like live classes and then list your live classes. But we're going to be having a lot of classes on here, so I needed to break it down into more sections. So, anyways, you create your drop down menu, then you create each class according to what you need to do, and hopefully that will get you guys started on all of that. If I can do anything to help, please drop a comment, questions. I will answer whatever I can. Thanks so much for watching. I know I didn't plan this video out very well because I'm pressed for time today. I had a soccer tournament I got to prepare for, leaving for this weekend. But hopefully that was helpful. if you're using Squarespace, if you're still looking for a website, this is what Squarespace looks like. I hope that, you might consider using it. It's not very expensive and it's really, really worth it. So user friendly in order to set it up and get going. I highly recommend Squarespace and the scheduling app that comes with it for independent teaching. So that's it. Leave me some love, like, subscribe, hit your notification button, and I'll see you in the next video.